practice with
Oh, all
us.
right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to you are looking at Zakira's See Life Different media platform, and you're probably like, who are all these beautiful people? So what's happening is Black women, Black and Black people doing what we do, and we will just support each other up until the last minute. So what's happening is this is being filmed on Travel Tuesday, which has originally been dubbed the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And we are all travel enthusiasts, travel curators, travel agency, travel advisors, and we're going to talk to you about all things travel. So for those of you who recognize me, yes, it's me, Zakira. It's probably been a minute since I've shown my face, but I am the travel advisor and disability consultant behind See Life Different Media. It's also a podcast. It's also a book. And so essentially what's going to happen right now is I'm the co-host, if you will. Everybody's the co-host, but the main co-host is Shamela Black from The Block. And she's gonna talk to you about this whole vision about the block and about everything. And then she just running the show. I'm just the producer and co-host. So take it away.
Listen, aren't we so happy to have producer friends who run media companies and who can help us get it together expeditiously? So, thank you so much. Yeah, I just had a vision a few days ago and I was just like, we need to get together. Let's go on camera. Let's have some fun. I haven't seen you guys in a while. And let's just talk about all of the amazing ways that we're curating trips for people, how our customers are experiencing the things that we're bringing together, and what better way or day to do it if we're not going to do it on Travel Tuesday. I think it just would have been a missed opportunity. And so thank you guys so much. I was literally texting them, guys. So anybody who's watching this, I was like texting them, you want to join? You want to join? You want to join? Because, traveling is literally about being impromptu. Really, let's think about that. When we're traveling, this is one of the things that we have to have our clients be able to do because things change on the fly. And so I'm Samela. I'm the founder of Block. And Block is a cultural exchange network. And so I do want everybody to make sure that they can share what they're building, and we'll dive into it. But Block is a cultural exchange network that allows Black creatives to travel more freely without having to pay the massive cost of lodging. And so I'm excited to be that peer-to-peer alternative next to other short-term rental options so that people can see the world, not have to worry about the price tag. We don't just go places, we meet people there. And so that's my little intro. Whomever wants to go next, and we'll chop up some questions and things after that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I guess I'll go. A little camera shy, but we're doing this. Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki Avery. I am the owner of Ready Set Away, and it is a travel company and a travel advisory. And I think where people ask, like, well, isn't that just a travel agent? Well, that's part of it. That's part of it. But I'd like to also serve as an advisor. Everybody's not ready to take that step. Some people just need tips. Some people need, little bits of information to help them along about cruising, about overseas travel. And I'm here for it because I love all things travel. And so that's what the agency his mission is, just to curate luxurious, wonderful travel for adults. I love all things beach, but you can go anywhere, anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love a good beach too.
Great. So my name's Christine Chepkoit, and I'm the founder and the CEO of Terric Tours. That was initially started in Kenya, that is 2019, and later was introduced to the United States. Currently, I'm in Illinois, a small town, not in Chicago, because many people in the here Illinois they think you're in Chicago, right? So first and foremost, I'm just going to say that I'm really, really thankful to be on this platform. Thank you, Zakira and Shakira, for did I pronounce it correctly? For introducing me to this platform and for you to be able to just even bring me to this platform. It's really, really humbled. And one thing I would say is when I look at all of us, I can just see that, brown women, powerful
Mhm.
women coming together and doing amazing things. We are no longer in the kitchen. We are no longer just taking care of babies and do what ordinary women do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we have stepped up and we are providing for our families. We are traveling and having a good time. So I am really, really grateful to see this platform that is being presented to us. And the reason why I started this agency was because for the longest, I'm a mother of five, and I took a lot of time taking care of my family, and that's all that I needed to do. And I was like, hold on, there's more than this. I shouldn't just be, in a four cornered room. I need to be able to get out, enjoy my life before I get so old. I believe we only live once, and if you only live it well, then you'll never regret. So, and travel
Mhm.
is my thing. So thank you again, Zakira, for having me.
Wow. Go ahead, Z. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead. You got some?
absolutely. And I'm honored to be here. So if
Mhm.
you missed the intro, and I'm forgetting to be a producer over here and show all the banners, but I am back here, and so I do several different things. So
Mhm.
I am a media ambassador. I am a brand strategist. I am a disability advisor as well. But my focus is on disability because I have an invisible disability, so I cannot see you in my right eye. It's a prosthetic eye as a result of a childhood eye cancer. But I've been blessed to go to over 12 countries, over five plus African countries, four of a continent. And I'm passionate about traveling. And so this is a perfect conversation. And so lately, what I'm doing now is also having my own retreats. So in Kenya, I actually just finished up about a year in Kenya. So I also have the hat of what it's like to be an expat, a disabled expat. And then um, so I'm just going to show a bunch of links for now, screenshot it or whatever you want to do for now. But if you do want to do travel inquiry, you can do it that way. If you want to come to Kenya for New Year's Eve, I'm a media ambassador for something called Journey Back to Eden, and
Mhm.
it's going to be amazing. Think of your daddy December. Just stop leaving Kenya out of the picture. I'll say that much. So
Yes.
that's me, and
Mhm.
we all actually met. I was just thinking back. We actually all met
Yes.
in person back in June. Shout out to Maurice Foley of Black Travel Expo.
Yes,
Met in
yes.
person, and maybe we can start there, like the expos that the Black Travel expos that are doing amazing things, especially this year, especially with the year of DEI kind of subtracting everything, but it's women and Black people like us that'll be like, nah, we sticking together, we sticking by each other. So yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Go. Anybody. Go. That's so good. That's a great
Okay.
start.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and a wonderful start because had I not gone, this wouldn't be happening right here. Okay.
But you know what,
2025
Nikki?
has been a year.
So
It
you know
really
what,
has.
Nikki? I
Uh-huh.
remember my first encounter with you.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were coming in into the elevator, you were with your husband. And
Mm-hmm.
little did I know that you were going to be in the Black Expo. And so we walked in and you were quiet and you had, walked in with your luggage and everything. And we said hi. And after you left the elevator, I told my brother, who happened to be Steven, who will be joining us later. I said, that seems to be a very beautiful couple. I hope we'll see them after that. So, and lo and behold, the next morning I saw you. And you remember before I parted, I brought you a souvenir, if you remember.
Oh, yes. So, my souvenir, my beautiful, beautiful sandals, just went with me to Jamaica. And
Ah.
they yeah, they matched beautifully. My brother was getting married, destination wedding in Jamaica, and
Mhm,
I was his, and the colors were shades of blue. And so I was
mhm,
like, this is perfect. This is,
Mhm.
a beautiful way
mhm,
to just wrap the year. It was really wonderful. I started my company this year, and when I went to the Black Travel Expo, I was very quiet, very nervous, and saying, "Oh, I'm just starting out, but can I talk to you? Can I
mhm,
talk to you, Samela?" And I'm listening, like to Zakira and to Samela and to Christine when we talked.
mhm.
Just about their businesses and how things were going. And I'm like, hey, I think I can do this. And Sabella said, come on, girl, we doing it. So
I'm the
Here I
yeah.
best
am.
hype man. You can hire me. I'm the best hype man.
So that shows you just the power of the black woman when they come together. And just to give you a background, whoever made those sandals are women who are divorced, battered women, and things like that. They're the ones who make those sandals from Kenya. So
Wow.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Oh,
them.
I
Yes,
loved
Christine,
I have
I
them.
been
didn't.
too. Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
left it. It's more. It's winter over here. I'm in the U.S. at the moment, and it's cold,
yeah.
so I can't wear it right now. But like, yes.
So can I ask you a question? So what do you think about this narrative that goes around that we cannot travel to certain parts of the world because they're not safe? What do you think about that?
Well,
Oh.
great question. I
Hmm.
definitely got it and still get it to this day, especially being, my disability is, vision in only in one eye, and as a
Yeah.
result of the radiation treatment, I lost my hearing a bit. So
Hmm.
throw that on top of accents that I don't know,
Mhm,
languages I don't know,
Hmm.
streets I don't know, driving on opposite side of the road. So
Hmm.
it's adventurous for me, but anyone else who just so used to living in their comfort zone is scary to them. And I think
mhm,
that's just how I just learned to operate. I'm gonna surround myself with people like you who are travel,
mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
travel with and for other people. So I just make sure I don't surround myself with people who are too afraid to have these experiences that they can add to their book.
Yes, that is such a um you know what? It's so funny because while I haven't done much international traveling, in my spirit, I've just been a traveler because I will move to a new city. I will get up and just go wherever I'm being called. But it's so interesting because everything we do is spiritual. So, like, if anybody
Hmm.
tries to not acknowledge that, I feel sad for them, but neither here nor there. But at the top of this year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do more international traveling. I'm going to be a nomad. I was just telling myself all these things, and then that fear kicked up in my stomach, and I was like, ooh, but how you gonna do, like, what do you know people, what are you thinking? And God tapped me on my shoulder and he said, wherever you go you will find me. This is my world. And so with that just one thought, I'm like, where do I want to go actually? Now, but thanks for that reminder. Where do I want to go? That does not mean that just because I'm following my heart, that doesn't mean that I'm not taking my mind with me. I'm very alert. So the same skills and the awareness that I use while living in New York are the same skills that I would use that I was living in Miami, are the same skills that I used when I was living in Chicago. And so I just think that it's about being aware, doing some research before you go, and truly understanding what does it look like to be there or to be part of this, and then showing up like you belong there. I'm heavy on the show up like you belong there. So that is my answer to traveling, you know, while overcoming the idea of fear or I don't know people. And that is why the Black Travel Expo is so powerful
Mhm.
because none of us would have been doing this connection had we not all attended the Black Travel Expo.
Mhm.
And so imagine the idea of building, like, shameless plug, but not really because this is why we're here, clearly. This is what Block wants to do. I want to be able to say, listen, yes, you may feel like you're booking a flight alone, but you're going to meet somebody when you get there because they're expecting you. They plan to receive you, right? And that's what, for me, a cultural exchange network feel like. It doesn't feel like I need to know everything, but I maybe have somebody on the ground who's willing to show me what I don't know. Maybe I have friends, phone a friend. Hey, girl, I'm about to go to this place. I know you've been there 3, 4, 5 times. What do you recommend? So I think that that's kind of like in the 90s. I know that sounds crazy, but that's like a outdated thing that we need to change. And I think that's why when we're creating these experiences and these excursions, this is literally why we have to offer them to people. We have to tell people what experiences we're curating because they need a face like yours. They need a face like ours to even know I'm actually going to try it. And so I think this is a perfect opportunity to talk about what experiences are we really curating at this time? Where's the people wanting to go? Where are you sending your clients to?
Exactly. And I think that's really important because not only are we creating those experiences, but it starts first of all with the networkings, correct? And with the networkings, with the trust. Just having to have people that you trust and people that you work together and people feel secure. There's that, you
Mhm.
know, security. You feel like, you're just not going to fly out somewhere and you do not know who's receiving you. So, like, for example, I was to think if I'm taking someone to maybe Lamu, where Zakira is best as, they can see the face of Zakira and know that they're going to be safe if they're sent down there, I believe.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
And so so Lamu is actually my dream location. I haven't even touched there yet, but I was living in the Yani Beach, which is about an hour from Mombasa. More people may know the international airport called Mombasa. And so how I got there um, is volunteering with an orphanage. But how I got to my first African country was volunteering with a service program. And then how I got to my very first ever international country, I was with a group at that time of others who were hard of hearing, can't hear that well, or wanted to learn sign language. So my first few trips were always with groups. I will always advocate for people to start with that, right? And also that's why I would have my retreat, because if it's your first time traveling to Kenya, you kind of want to go with the group, and it's always better to go with people that you don't know, because those are the people that are going to become your friends and your sisters.
Mhm.
So I offer retreats, but I also understand that some people have invisible disabilities, and there's certain hotels that accommodate them. There's certain cities that accommodate them better. So it's always just start with an inquiry. Start with going to a website, filling out an inquiry form. Tell us what you already know about yourself when it comes to traveling. If you've just taken a road trip to go to a family reunion, or you've only done a cruise, whatever travel you've already done, no matter what mode of transportation, plane, train, boats, whatever it is, we start with asking those questions, asking yourself those questions, because you're going to be learning so much more about yourself anyways.
Mhm. Mhm. Nikki, tell us.
Definitely.
You be catching all the. I really want to be like Nikki when I grow up, guys. I just want to put it like that. But go ahead, please tell us.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I mean, I just got started because I love to travel. And I think that's what Samela means, because she's like, you're here, you're there, are you home? Where are you?
Mhm. Where are
And,
you?
I just wanted everybody to come along. And if they didn't come along, I wanted them to know about it. I wanted them to know so they could do it too, because I loved it. The places I loved, you're going to hear about it. Um, there's no place I hate, because everywhere you go, you have an opportunity to learn more and grow and see something. Um, and it's beautiful everywhere. Um, I kind of recoil sometimes when people say, oh, it's not safe there. Well, I mean, in our own cities, in our own towns, in our own states, in our own countries, we all know there are places that aren't particularly safe,
Mm-hmm.
but you wouldn't assign that to a country. I wouldn't say don't come to the US because it's not safe, because that's not true. Now, there's some places that, I might say, hey, that neighborhood's not so great. But there's not a city, there's not a town, there's not a state that I wouldn't say was safe. And I've been to almost all of them here in the country. And so I always kind of take that with a grain of salt. You do your research. You do. You join groups on social media to learn about stuff, to listen, to see what people are saying. Um, and you get that friend or trusted advisor or somebody you've heard. You listen to what they're saying, take notes. I'm here taking notes right now. Actually, if you see me looking over, I'm always taking notes. Um, and and then you go
Mm-hmm.
equipped with that. And I do understand. I love to travel with people. It makes it easier to when you're on your own, like, okay, well, I did that or I did this, but sometimes you don't have that opportunity and you're exploring new places by yourself. Like Samela said, you keep your head on a swivel. The same things. I'm located in the Washington D.C. area, and so the same things I've learned growing up here.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep my head on a swivel.
Mm-hmm.
you know I go in, and you keep your common sense, and and you go, and the world will open your eyes. It
Mm-hmm.
really, really will. I mean, I am planning for next year, my first group trips, the travel with me kind of thing, and open it up to strangers, like not just friends. Because I've been doing that. Like, I'll go anywhere with my friends, or I'll drag them anywhere. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm going to Alaska, taking an Alaskan cruise, and I've been once, and I instantly loved it. Instantly.
Wow.
It's too beautiful for a week or a few days or anything like that. So I don't know how many more times I'll go in my lifetime. I loved it that much. Um, I am also trying to go to the Med probably twice next year, because I want to follow the solar eclipse. And there is a cruise. If you didn't hear it from my voice, I love cruising. There is a cruise that's going to follow the solar eclipse in the Mediterranean. And so I want to do that. But I also would love to just chill in the Med, and go to the south of France, and go to Ibiza, and all those places will be new for me.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not being fearless. It's just, having the appropriate amount of fear. We're all grown ups. You know, we learned the right things to do. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't forget. You don't forget. And those
Mm-hmm.
people, having people you trust and making those connections before you
Mm-hmm.
leave, help a lot.
Yeah. You know that you're a traveler because you're like, oh yeah, I want to go to the Mets twice this year. And I'm like, what is the where in the world? Like, I love this is why I tell people all the time, like being a student and a teacher, because I literally, regardless of how much I love to travel, there are places when people say them, I like look at a map like, where's that at in the world, right? Because I am curious. I want to know. And if you can't put your eyes on it, oftentimes you can't even allow the energy to be like, I'm going across the world. I'm going to, right? And so I think just kind of as a new traveler, what I know we just kind of gave the advice on how to get into it, but why do we believe that people truly don't say yes more often. I have my own thoughts. I think one of them is the idea of I have to wait for somebody to go with me, or I don't have the budget for it, right? Or, like you said, Christine, the fear behind it. But I am also scared of doing stuff locally. So, like you said, if you're going to be scared of doing something, you might as well do what you want to do, scared anyway.
Mhm.
So, where do you guys, what have been some of the things that you've either helped your clients overcome or witnessed yourself where people are naturally like, why don't they travel as much? Why aren't more people taking trips?
Yeah, I think I have an example. Some people may recognize me from the TEDx stage. I did a talk, it released last year, and
Mhm.
so again, my focus is more on disability and making sure that I raise awareness for disability. And so one story that I gave as an example for me, it's actually was the most relatable story. I went to Paris, France, and because I wear a hearing aid, it requires changing the battery. Just like if you have your Bluetooth headphone and it dies, like you're kind of like, what's going on here? So mine died in the middle of the street. We were shopping, and normally I can time when my hearing aid about to die. They normally last about a week, but it just died. It was hot weather, and it just died abruptly. And so I was still in high school at this time, so I had a very young experience. But uh, first, again, I'm with people I didn't know. Yes, we had a little orientation to get to know each other. Yes, we had a buddy system, but I didn't know anyone, right? So naturally, I was still scared. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm wearing a constant earplug right now. I don't know who I can talk to. I don't know who I can trust. But the minute I kind of opened up to the person who was my buddy and I would let her know what's going on, she just, locked her arm with me and was like, I got you, and until we made it back to our bus and I could change my hearing aid battery, I was good, but I was scared, right? And if that happened, if right at home, I know that there's a certain level of comfort. Like people are not going to step outside of their comfort zone. And so that's
Mhm.
essentially the same thing that showed up. It's like, okay, I already know my moments of discomfort. I know my triggers. What happens when I do that in an environment I don't even know? And 9 out of 10 times, that's the best time for you to grow.
So
Mhm.
that's really a good illustration, Zakira. So I like the question that you asked. Why should people choose us while traveling? I think the most important thing is the knowledge. We are knowledgeable about some of the places that we are creating these excursions or the itineraries.
Mhm.
I'll give an example of myself. Being born and raised in Kenya, I would rather sell a product that I'm so very comfortable with because I know what I'm selling. I know that when I negotiate those prices for you as a traveler, you're going to be getting the best. I know which places to take you. I know how the weathers are. If anything was to happen, God forbid, I know the good hospitals that we can rush you into, right?
Mm.
And the safety and where and what not to be and the hours not to be and things like that. So yes, being knowledgeable about what it is that you're doing is very, very important. So selling a product that you feel very comfortable with, I think that is one thing. And so and even something else too, it's not only traveling. I know it's fun, but what you get with that also with traveling, you see, traveling is really expanding. I can see Traverse, who's in Kenya right now, and she's doing so many other things. She's doing the Back to Aiden, correct. People are doing investments. People are even moving out today. People are marrying out of the country. There's so much
Wow.
that comes with even traveling, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
so I think people need to realize that it's just not only going to Jamaica or going, and those are good places. I'm not downplaying that. Those are good places to go to, or Cancun and things like that. So let's also tell our people, you know what, it is very important to invest. Right now, if you look at the way of the trend of things are going, Africa is the place to be at right now.
Mhm.
In terms of investments. So you're traveling just even as to go to invest or housing or even doing construction. there's so many things that we can talk about as as brown women.
I love every direction that you're going in, Kristen. Go ahead, get her the mic. Let her just keep the mic. No, but these are so many. Traveling is transformative.
Yeah.
You get to see things, experience things, recognize opportunities, recognize your privilege, understand how you can serve, how you can create a new business model or a new feature, reconnect with yourself, right? Like solo traveling, I will go anywhere by myself. Clearly, I moved to cities by myself. So, um, I have become more aware, but I've also start trusting myself more. The more I was expanding my wings, the more because I can recognize things. Because traveling teaches you these soft skills that nobody talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we were just talking about, how it teaches you how to be flexible. You have to be flexible when you are traveling, because when that flight is canceled, what you gonna do, have a temper tantrum in the airport and throw your luggage
Right.
around?
You will get nowhere. You'll get
And yet you're
arrested.
a nice cozy day in the jailhouse of your local wherever you at. And so I think more people need to travel simply to become their better selves. And so,
Agreed.
yeah.
And
Agreed.
how about this one? How about this one? You grow your friendships.
Yeah.
Travel bonding. I call that
I'm
travel
telling you,
bonding. I've wrote an
you
article on that. Travel bonding is a real thing. I didn't make up the word, but I love it.
so check this out. So from traveling, in 2021, I was able to meet this young lady who really empowered me, and she had started a healthcare agency. And from that, I was able to do also home healthcare. So,
Wow.
you get to see people who are doing things, and you're like, oh my goodness, how do you do this? And they empower you. They show you that,
Yes.
there's so many things that you can do out here and better yourself. So friendships is one. You think about it. From this, I've gained some other friends. Now I have, other women that I know. If I'm stuck in New York, I'll just call you and say, "Hey, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Come and pick me up."
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that actually, we
Hmm.
did that a little earlier. Um, Samela sent me a text. She was like, I'm gonna be in DC. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, what time and when?
yeah.
I will
And we
come
hung
get
out.
you. Yeah.
And we hung out, and it was just so amazing. But we wouldn't have been able to do it if we didn't travel to Black Travel Expo with
Exactly.
a open heart to even
Yes.
say, I'm here to meet more like-minded people. I'm
Hmm.
here to find my tribe. And I'm here to not just extract. I
Right. We
have
wanted the
value to
fellowship.
add.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. We,
what
we,
else?
we
What
wanted
else
that
did you
fellowship.
benefit? What else did you benefit at the Black Expo? So how about there's this young gentleman who was talking about how you can work on your credit cards, and that's another one, correct?
Yes.
Travel hacking.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Travel
Travel
hacking.
hacking.
and
That's another
actually,
big one too.
yeah, he's
Mhm.
actually how I found out about the Travel Expo.
From him?
Because
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
well, because
Yeah.
I love to travel
Well,
hack
let's name
personally.
drop. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
it's
Ronnie
not secret.
Dunston.
We don't get Ronnie
Right.
Dunst, Dunston, wrote to
Yes.
Mhm.
wicked country.
Yes.
And now I don't remember his actual travel hacking company name, but he's been doing it for 10 years. And
Yeah.
also because the Black Travel Expo, I got to meet him in person. Like,
Hmm.
that's also the power of, traveling, where you have all these Facebook groups where you're all gonna travel at the same time, but
Mhm.
you don't meet each other until these expos happen. So yeah,
Yep.
I definitely, I'm glad we mentioned that, because that's one thing that I am talking about. Like, especially when I've been talking to other people about my retreat, they were like, how do I book a flight, or talking about the flights, right? And so what most people don't realize is that especially Delta is like the biggest one where you can get a card with them or rack up miles with them, and you can redeem those points for Kenya Airways, for example. And there's certain, depending on how good your credit is, you can get American Express as well. And every single at the end of every year, they have points where people heavily use December, aka Travel Tuesday, to redeem all those points for those flights, for those hotels. Um, and now people are starting to use it for restaurants as well. So I think that's one thing too of like how can they even get started with travel? Because most people really think that you're some kind of rich mafia auntie or something.
I look, it's so yes, I found Ronnie because I like to, as they say, travel hack.
Yeah.
And I'd just been doing it myself and trying to convince all my friends to do it. And every
Yeah.
time you tell them they need to get a credit card, they're looking at you like you are crazy. But it's real. And
Yeah.
like I said, I just came back from Jamaica, but it's how I go overseas. I haven't been overseas and paid a full price for an airline ticket in almost 10 years now. And I'm not just talking
Amazing.
about any economy either. I'm talking about like, economy sometimes, but at the equivalent of like $100. If somebody told you
Wow.
that you could pay $100 and go to Paris, would you do it? Of course you would, you
Absolutely.
know,
Absolutely.
Where we
but
Absolutely.
leaving?
right. But I mean, in business class, those seats that are lie flat, those seats that cost $10,000, getting them for between $500 and $1,000, it's a
Wow.
game changer. I
Wow.
mean, it really, really is.
Wow.
And I love it. I'm passionate about it. I've always been a kind of a deal hacker, so mixing that and my love of travel, like it was, you know, no brainer. Yeah, it
Yes.
was a no brainer, and I love it. And that's how I found Ronnie, and that's how I found you guys.
Mhm.
Thanks, Ronnie. we're the lucky ones here.
Yeah, so road to 100 countries, check him out. But yeah, but even as a part of my travel advisory, because people tend to think when you say like I curate like luxury escapes and luxury getaways, they think, oh my god, it's gonna be way beyond my means. I can't
Mhm.
afford this or whatever.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of ways to be able to afford that
Mhm.
luxury travel. It's like, I live in the DMV. I'm a middle class person, but I like nice things. So I try to
Mhm.
figure out how to get them.
And there's
And
nothing wrong with that, liking finer things.
yeah. And
Mhm.
you pay your bills,
Mhm.
with credit cards, you pay your credit cards off, and look what's left. It's all these points. It's these airline
Mhm.
points. It's just things you can do. Hotel stays for free, nice hotel stays for free.
Wow.
There's a lot that you can do. And I try to integrate that into my service and say, like, you can go to these things, you can do, um, you know, business class, you can do first class, you can do top tier hotels, you can go and enjoy the finer things in the world, um, with just a little expertise behind you.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's what makes traveling so transformative because you can
Hmm.
start seeing all of the things that you can become and do and live and experience by simply catching a flight. Whether you paid for it, your credit paid for it, your lifestyle paid for it, somebody flew you out. That's not my business. But go and experience, go and
Right.
experience it.
Oh my God. For the longest time, when I was in the corporate world, I would just tack on, a few hours or a day or two or a weekend into my work trip. I would go and I would try to find everything I could knew about the place I was going. And then I come back and I'm like, okay, well, should I plan a trip back to there? Like, was it enough to go back and see, or what should I do? It's the little things that you can do within your budget, within your time parameters. But stick with us, because we can show you a luxurious and wonderful time. And I can't wait to get to Kenya, Christine. I
Oh
really
my.
can't.
Okay, and we're coming
I'm
in
waiting.
January. Okay, Stephen
Oh, you're
is
coming in
coming
January?
in. Yeah,
Oh,
we're coming
Right.
in
nice.
Okay. So for
January.
Yeah, we're
those who
planning
don't
planning
know,
January.
yeah, Tarek Tours has. Okay, so you see a beautiful woman talking and having this amazing conversation, but she got like four like men behind her, like army style behind her, and one of them is Steven, and we're gonna
Mhm.
bring him up, and I'm gonna like switch places, and you and Samela have at it.
We
And
appreciate
before
you.
and before you leave, thank you so much. She's left for having us.
Yes,
So I
yes,
can
yes.
see
Well, she
Stephen
can't go
here.
too far.
Yeah,
She's not too far. She's
she's
right there
behind the
making
scenes.
she's making sure that we are good. Thank you,
Okay.
Z, for that. Look who
Yeah.
came on camera.
Hey, ladies. What a pleasure to be in the midst of such amazing, powerful, transformative women.
Oh,
Wow.
And,
thank you.
just to be
That
hanging out with
is.
you guys, it's so great to see everybody. Samela, we are constantly in touch. Our moments of epiphany, of aha, have really been exciting for me. And yeah, you're right. We all met at the Black Travel Expo. And one of the things that we at Terric Tours are really conscious of is, you remember, Christine, when we went to school, I mean, we learned about anthropology. And in anthropology, I remember learning about where we came from.
Mm,
And over time, we moved from one country to another. Families would come together and they would, some would settle down and would find, their home or their settlement in a particular place. But for the most part, many would just, after a couple of years, would say, we keep soldiering on. The journey continues. And they continued over time to conquer more and more land. One of the things that you'll find about Africa today is somebody from Kenya speaks a language that's very common in South Africa. And because those are our brothers and sisters that moved on, and if you follow, for example, Christine and I are Bantu, and if you follow the way we speak, our culture, our social norms, they mirror what you find in South Africa. But for the most part, because of technology, we sort of kind of fell behind in terms of making travel a thing, and a way of life, although we discovered it many years back. And today, when I see all of us coming together and having conversation around, what does it take to travel? I think we're tapping into something that has always inherently been inside of us. And I love the angle that Samela picked up a little bit earlier. She talked about spirituality. Even in scripture, it says, go forth and conquer the world. So it's not something we can ignore. It's constantly behind us, inside of us. We're constantly this unrest that tells us, there's more to discover, there's more to conquer. And for Terric Tours, we're privileged to have the opportunity to work with people who want to discover where we are from. So there are many times where we've been to, we'll take you with us. Where you want to go discover, we'll come along with you. And that's what's been so exciting for us. Just to be with people who, and for the most part, we know that Africa has been undersold. It has been, we've gotten the wrong impression of Africa for decades, for centuries. And finally, you and I have the opportunity to tell people, hey, guess what? Come home. Come see how my mama cooks. Come see what we do, Come see our culture,
Come get some
And it's,
music.
Nikki, we're going.
We're going.
yeah.
I
And
cannot wait.
Nikki,
I
by the way,
cannot
thank
wait.
you very much. I heard the story of the sandal and I was like, yippee. So Kenya, so Kenya,
Look at even the kind of music.
by way of collaboration between Tariq and what you do, Nikki, Kenya has been to Jamaica, right?
Yes,
There's
yes.
a lady back in Kenya who sat down and came up with the design and made some beautiful sandals. Those sandals have touched the grounds in Jamaica. So she can say, I've been to Jamaica.
Mhm,
So we have
mhm.
to look at travel in a way that it goes beyond just the physical transportation of this, human bodies. Our spirits come along, and we carry with us so many of people who will never be able, maybe, to physically come. So, Samila and I, we usually say, can we have a half an hour conversation? 1 hour later, we are like, oh my God, oh, did you just say that? Let me take note. And then we suddenly realize that we are hewn from the same rock. And
Right.
we come from a place that helps us to connect to our ancestors, to our culture, to our very being.
There's so much that we
So
share in common.
it's exciting. The day I
Mm-hmm.
want to go to
Yeah.
Jamaica, I'm like, hey Nikki, hook me up,
Yep. And I can tell you exactly where to go. I can send you and they will take care of you.
Absolutely.
And you'll trust me. You know?
Because I
Right. It's the
trust you.
trust. It's the trust. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trust.
So there is a place deep down in all of us that says we cannot settle, and it's written in us. Whether you want, have you fallen, and you want to get up, you can't quit. Have you gotten to the end of yourself? There's still more to discover,
So
and
much.
travel is the one thing that helps us to realize that we have a God-given gift to go and find new places. You know what the Bible says? Occupy till I come.
Hello. Go and eat of the fat of the land while you're there. Literally. It's just at the moment itself, like this moment right here. We call ourselves doing it to sell our. We didn't have we talked about our products? Has anybody told us what travel? What are y'all selling over here? I mean, but see, this is what happens when you get around like-mindedness. We just want to hang out and be. I am so grateful that we did it. It was crazy. I was like, at 6:50, I was like, well, maybe you just doing too much, Samela. Maybe you should just sit down. But I am so happy we did this because my heart is full and we ain't made one sale yet. So let's talk about products.
Well, you know what? You know what? I think one thing that will definitely bind us. Let's talk about sports. I saw that. I saw that little, you
I
know,
mean, I
little
you
prompt.
know,
And
if you watch the movie by, was it Harry Maguire, and he walks in and says, hello, and the lady says, you had me at hello. So hey Nikki, you had me at sport.
Oh, there's so many conversations, especially as we stare at the massive elephant in the room that's headed in our direction. So, Stephen, you can go and we'll just follow your lead. Where would you like to go with the idea
Yes.
of
So
sports
so one of
tourism?
the one of the things that helps people connect is sports, right? And there's a story that's told. It's not a story. This is a fact. I think it was either during the First or the Second World War. The guns went silent to allow two warring countries to have a game of soccer. That's the power of sports. And they agreed that between this time and this time, we're going to have a game of football, no guns, enemies came, there was neutrality, and they played sport. And the next day, they were back firing at each other. That's the power of sports.
That is
And when you
powerful.
take sports and when you wrap it around travel, there is no, in my opinion, I know Christine thinks I'm crazy, but in my opinion, this
Because
is
she's
like,
laughing. She's definitely laughing.
yeah,
And I'm like,
she
tell us
knows
the joke.
this is like cake powder, And when I think about sports, and I've been involved in sports not as a professional athlete, but I follow sports a lot and I see what it does. So number one, our people sit at the pinnacle of performance when it comes to sport, whether it's football, whether it's running, whether it's whatever it is.
Oh, yes.
God has endowed us with the abilities, and we should go out there and showcase what we're about. Okay. And so this year, first of all, when you look at what the spend on sports is in tourism, and I want all of you guys to go and sort of just do a quick study on the amount of money that's available. It's in the trillion of dollars, right? And it's growing.
Mhm.
I envy Americans because you're hosting the World Cup next year, and then the year after that you're gonna host you're gonna take a break, and then the next year you're gonna host the Olympics.
Olympics, they're
And
coming.
I'm like, oh my God, these are God's people. God does have favorite children. And I think America is one of God's favorite children. You know what I'm saying when it comes to sport?
Because he's trying to redeem our name. That's why we got to redeem. He's redeeming it for the kingdom. He can't let us go out like we're going out right now. So he's giving us the opportunity to redeem his name.
Yeah. And sitting right here, I think, Nikki, you're from Jamaica, right?
No.
No.
Although they told me that I looked like I was.
Oh, well, you were there.
Uh-huh.
So amongst us here, so when you look at a small nation like Jamaica, when they get onto track and field, they dominate, right? And I look at people like Shirley-Ann Fraser, and she's a phenomenal
Incredible.
athlete that has ruled, she's ruled the track and field for years. You come to my country, Kenya, we have this gentleman, he's an icon of long distance running, and he came up with this unbelievable amazing quote that no human is limited, right? And so embedded in sport is a great story of resilience, and it brings people together. So I've always said this, Samela knows, I'm on and on about sports and tourism and travel. When those two come together, magic happens. So we at Terric Tours have put together this amazing platform. So many Africans would like to come and experience World Cup, which is happening in 2026 in 3 countries, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. And our platform is going to enable people to discover, to be prepared. We're helping people to finance their travel. We're helping people to find partners like Nikki, like Samela, so that Block, for example, will anchor the accommodation bid for us. We don't have to think that. And that's the beauty of collaboration. And so those experiences, I believe, will forever transform how people look at travel, will forever transform how people look at intercultural, the diversity that comes with different cultures, languages, and so on and so forth. Because when people compete, the best comes out of them. So we at Terric Tours are really, really looking forward to the partnerships that we're crafting together. Nikki would like to come together and work with you, whether it's from DC. I know Christine, when she first came to the United States, she went to DC. I think it was Maryland. And for many years, my younger sister worked in DC. So, DC is also home.
Come back.
Yeah. And so let's work on how do we make people who, in their minds, there are certain barriers they cannot see beyond their borders. That's where we come in as Terric Tours and say, we'll help you. And what we're going to do is extend networks. We have Block that helps you figure out your accommodation. We have somebody who helps figure out what it is to, in terms of logistics and all that. But we, using our platform, we are a trusted platform that brings people on board and brings collaborators. So we have people who are giving credit. We are partnering with airlines to do this. We're partnering with Block to be able to offer accommodation. And at the touch of a button, all these issues are resolved for you. So I can't wait to be here in 2026, guys, and bring with me as many Kenyans and Africans as I can.
So let me make this full. Go ahead. Christine, were you going to talk?
No. Go ahead, Nikki. Sorry.
Oh wait, who was that? Nikki? That was you, Nikki, talking?
Oh no, go ahead, Samela, because I can piggyback. After you.
Because I'm
To
seeing
bring
the
it full
full
circle.
circle, and I'm like, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Okay, so I think it's so interesting how we independently, Stephen and I were working on FIFA plans without even knowing, right? Like you guys,
Yeah.
Tariq Tours were working on FIFA plans. We had no idea that we were doing this. Our souls just recognized each other at Black Expo, Black Travel Expo. And then once we start talking, we're like, you're doing this? Oh, I'm doing this. Okay, so how can we do it together? And so I'm looking at it from the angle of, wow, this is one of the first times, and this is going to sound crazy, but it's true. This is one of the first times that we're able to use our Black American privilege to host our sisters and brothers, right? From around the world who's following their tours. That does not mean that we're not hosting other Black Americans. It just means that we are able to show, like the partnership with Block and Tariq Tours, we're able to show and welcome Kenyans in to North America and ensure that they feel confident about traveling, ensure that they understand that they could follow their teams for 39 days. And so, but in order for us to do that as a company, we are having and helping people host international fans, domestic fans, but those people who are hosting these fans may decide, you know what? I'm going to give you my house. And it's time for me to go on a trip. And then guess who's going to help us make that trip happen? Nikki. Like, I didn't even, it's so funny because when we were originally saying yes to this, it didn't click in my head until this moment, just to be clear. But like, look at this full circle because we met each other at a conference and we all was just kind of open hearted. And so now, Nikki, you guys get to make like we are all doing business together, doing what we love, hosting people, generating income because it matters, and building new relationships with other people who simply want to be in the camaraderie of sports.
Right.
We can't make this up.
Right.
No,
And
we
it almost, fell together. Like, we, I guess, magnetically connected, but it all came together. And, I know we've texted similar so many times, but there was a question. I was like, oh, why would you do this? I was like, because I'm not going to tell Samela no. She shares her vision, and I'm like, I'm on board. I am on board with that because it sounds wonderful. Like the opportunity to be a part of that and to be a part of Block, to be a part of like World Cup travel and bringing Kenyans over to travel and follow their teams and to be have a North American experience and an American experience.
amazing.
Right?
And you know
Who
what?
wouldn't want to be a
And
part of
what
that?
and honestly, what a good place for me to bring in people. And I know they're going to be taking care of people that I already know and people that I already trust. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so those people that want to buy a Block membership, yes, I said buy a Block membership. With like Samela said, they're going to need somewhere to go. They want to offer their homes. They want to be a part of this experience. Well, I'll take care of you. I'm trying to, curate some trips out of LA, out of Philly, out of New York, out of Miami. So maybe you don't even have to, be like, oh, I need to get to a destination. We got ships leaving all of those places. I can send you on a cruise. I can send you to an all-inclusive. Heck, we could, I could send you to Kenya. Because we will have people. We will have people there, trusted people, to guide you, and you'll have a wonderful experience.
Wow. And now you get to see life differently. Wow. Zakira, thank you so, so, so much, like
Yes.
for helping us pull this off. for navigating us, for making this happen, because without you, we would just be trying to figure it out on Instagram, or I don't even know what. Like, I don't even know what would we have done without you. We don't know, but I'm happy we don't
We
have
don't
to
know.
figure it out. We don't have to figure it out either. So
And it's
we're gonna
I
be
guess I'm just about to toot my own horn because I feel like maybe Christine, is that what you were starting to say? Like it's probably similar when it comes to social media for territories too.
You know, and you know what? That's something else I forgot to talk about.
oh
Because of this
wow.
great platform, I met a good friend of mine, Zakira, who's now, helping me out with my social media that I stuck
Wow.
in. So thank you so much, Zakira,
Look at this
because that's
circle.
not my specialty. So thank you so much. There's nothing as good as sisterhood. There's nothing as beautiful as working together without having to filter ourselves, being so real to each other about
That
whatever it
part.
is that we are doing. That is really, really important. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
thank you so very much for everybody for tuning in to hear us just really talk how we would talk to each other if we were on the phone or at the conference, breaking
Basically.
bread, having
Hmm.
lunch or dinner together.
Look at
Um,
in a cabana.
in the cabana, hanging out, extending trips, supposed to be going home tomorrow, but we keep changing flights and stuff. So
Hmm.
Mm.
this was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. We'll make sure that our email lists get this conversation. We could share this with our independent communities, because there was so many gems here that we can't just let it just fizzle down. We're interconnected now, so let's just continue to build greatness, make a whole bunch of money, travel the world, pull up to Kenya, because that's also the common thread here as well.
Mhm.
And I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I
Thank
look
you.
for I look forward to 2026 and beyond that. I
Mhm.
cannot just, I do not even understand, what is going to happen after this, but I'm so excited because I know we are going to pick each other up on our wings,
Hmm.
and help us, in our shortcomings or whatever it is that, we are not good at. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Stephen called me and was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm not good in this. What am I supposed to be saying and doing?" But yeah, but I really do appreciate. I'm not the kind of a person who appears a lot on.
I can't tell because you were like a
You did
natural, but
great.
we'll let you slide, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Z, we're wrapping. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we will be connected. Follow our pages. Do you guys want to share your pages?
Oh,
So
sure. Okay, so I'm on Instagram as the company Ready Set Away Travel. Also my personal Tripping with Nikki. There you'll find more travel pics. And I'm also on Facebook under Ready Set Away Travel. And yeah, I'll be pushing it all out and partnering again with Samela, partnering hopefully with Sakira and Christine and Stephen.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. It's been such a pleasure. We could do this all evening, couldn't we? And maybe uh, the way forward will be, with the support of Zakira. Zakira, thank you very much. Samela, thank you for being such a community organizer. We need to do more of this. We need to be able to tell our stories. We need to be able to bring people along, and we need to collaborate more. And for us at Terric Tours, we are only a phone call away. And, we will work with you. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. Even if it's not been done before, just mention it and we will work together and we'll make it happen. Thank you, guys.
Yes, yes, yes.
then that leaves me. So I
Yeah.
am available On social media. You can find me at Illuminous One, but it may be easier to just screenshot this website and go there, because there's 3 different ways you can work with me. And again, I'm more of a disability advocacy and brand strategy. And I also make sure that you are also, enjoying your first time in Kenya as a media ambassador for Journey Back to Eden, making it your first time coming to the continent. And I'm happy to assist do what I mean necessary. And I'm a new advisor, so that's why I haven't talked about it as much. But most people know me for the brand strategy, so I still do that as well. And I make sure that you use AI smartly too. So
thank you, everybody.
okay, wait. What about the blog? How do we find out about the blog?
Sorry. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The block keeps it all together.
Yes, exactly. We're on the block. Okay, so block, you can find us at, well, my Insta is Samela Block. That's how committed I am to my brand. But the block, it's I don't even know what I'm supposed to be sharing. The website, I'm not sure. I think it was up there, but we're just really excited to show people how. One thing Airbnb did amazing is they show people how much we're willing to share peer-to-peer experiences. And what I believe Block is going to be gifted to do is show how those experiences rooted in culture is going to take it to a whole nother level. And I'm just so excited to have people around me because I don't know it all. But guess what I do know? I got friends who know it all. And so that's what makes me more powerful. My friends who was able to help me pull this conversation off. And I'm just excited about what we're going to do in 2026 and beyond. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this chat.
Yes.
I feel like
It's
he
been
needs to go
wonderful.
on, and we don't need to say goodbye.
I know. See,
Yeah.
I know you got to close us out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you. You have a good evening. Be blessed. Wishing you a great December and God's blessings and a good 2026.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay.